blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Okie dokie. The gates to another painting hobby stream. Today we're going to continue painting our custom regiment, the Carpathian Sturmjägers, or Jagers, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Look at them, so dandy. These guys I haven't painted the red cuffs on yet. If you, well, more than likely haven't, but essentially they should basically have red cuffs like this guy. Nice red. Kind of like the two models I have in the thumbnail. But yeah, today I'm gonna see if I can finish this squad. I have been kind of playing around with the stream a little bit. See if I can actually get, like, the stream elements to work. At least for, this hobby channel. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it, but whatever. We're gonna just continue forward and paint. Yeah, you can kind of see that my red paint has dried up a little bit, which is not that great. Alright, boy. It's time to paint you. Kind of got that on there a little thick. Unfortunately, the red paint had dried up a little bit. Let me wet my brush. Ah, yes. The sweet, solemn tones of the water from my paint cup. Or not my paint cup, but my water cup. Good thing the whole purpose of these guys is just to be battle ready and not to be like the best paint job there ever was. That would be moist, unfortunate. Could probably get the mic in closer. Possibly. Possibly, as I like make it barely possible to have my face. Ugh. There we go, that might be better. More directional, I think. Slightly better. Don't necessarily need to paint the best, there. Ah, yes. Look at that. Perfect live stream frames for you guys. So, is anybody else hobbying today? If so, leave a comment down below. Here, we can go ahead and do full frame now. Ta-da! Full frame. Excellent. Like magic. The Gathering. To be honest, although I was, trying to dedicate myself to do streams on just about every weekend, I wasn't really sure I was going to do it today because I had some hiccups in the early morning, which, set me back. Just being really gentle with my paint strokes. I don't want to overly diffuse. And disrupt my paint job efforts. Just a nice thin coat of red. Which is a lot of buildup there. Hope everyone's having a nice chill weekend. My morning so far was not that chill. Woke up this morning to feed the dogs, and quite the mess there was. I'll just paint the guy's cuffs. Nothing more, nothing less. They just need to be ready for battle, and that's about it. Besides, his gun is covering like half of his neck, so I can't quite paint the collar, but go ahead and paint a model where I can't paint the collar. That way I can give you guys an idea of some red paint dust on the end of this brush. I've been using this one almost exclusively to get the red on. I used this last live stream. Oops, I accidentally bumped the camera. Also changed the focus type on the camera too, so hopefully it's good. It's supposed to reduce the amount of like overall autofocus and kind of keep in focus with like the just about everything that's within frame. Like this hand. But yeah, I decided to put on Cult of the Lamb music at the start instead of let it get to that point, because I feel like this helps me kind of prepare and calm down a little bit just before stream. I hear dog tippy-tappies. Almost gets to a point where it turns into a micro dry brush. Hold on, I'm gonna see which dog is at the door. It was the one, the only, the Shadow Dawado. Yes. The baby. Alright. Continue where we left off, painting the cuffs. I don't know if you can quite get that angle. I wanna kind of get this more dry brushy because of how dark that is. there. I want to keep it dark. This is one of the troubles of having a directional mic. Because position is everything. Scraped off some of my base material, but I think that looks pretty good. It's not, like, super superb or anything like that, but at least it does the job. It does the job. Maybe fix up the right handcuff a bit. Alright, good enough with the red. 2 down. 8 more to go. Yeah, get some fall arm. Fall arm in frame. Let's see. What should I do next? Maybe the plasma, because then get the quick and easy out of the way. Let me directional my mic better. Okay. Is that a little better? I think so. Sounds a little better on my end. Maybe I can push it a little more there, that way I can still see my paint. Maybe even move it ever so slightly here, because I don't think it's gonna catch on camera. It's not gonna be in the frames. Stream quality seems good, that's good. Is it truly that time, doggo? It's only 3:16. It ain't feeding time. Get out of here. What's that sound? My neighbors be doing something with their yard, so there's a lot of loud sounds going on. I don't think they're catching on the mic or anything like that, but for the moist part, I can hear them, which is slightly ever so annoying. I don't think I got enough paint on this brush. Redo. Alright. Come on, red. Do the job. I think I still wiped too much off. There we go. Got the red cuff. That was a little harder than it should have been. Alright. Now then, the collar. Always a little easier to do the collar because it's just like two little red lines. I'm just about done. Let's see how that looks. I think you can barely notice that. Yeah. It's the plasma gun guy, so their plasma gun's gonna be more colorful than them. Okie dokie. Smoky Pokey, you're next. Oh yeah, look, Crouching Cadians. Yep. I basically just took the las guns from the regular infantry kit, took the crouching body from the heavy weapons team, stuck, you know, one of the sergeant heads on it, las gun. You know, the whole 9 yards. Excellent. Paint on there. Gonna need some more red. It's one of the problems with this red I use. It has a tendency to dry real quick. I think red in general is just kind of chunky and dries up. I don't know. It really depends on how they source it. Maybe they just crush a bunch of bugs up. They're like, okay, bugs, get in the blender. Welcome to Jamba Juice. May I take your order? Yes, can I get the blended up bugs? Yes, moist certainly. I don't know if you can... This base is literally covering what I'm doing. I can see what I'm doing. I'm just getting the undercuff. I wonder if this is a slightly better angle. There we go. Got a little too much. But that is fine. That's why we have the backup Pekgrow. Or Pike Gray. Dip, dip. Dip, dip, potato chip. Just very lightly. Again, you're not gonna really see what I'm doing. It's like very minute, but we fixed it. We did it, Patrick. We saved Bikini Bottom. Alright. Time for the route. Just a little bit more red. Dang, I did something I didn't want to do, but it seems okay. The red didn't completely take out some of that darker shading underneath the cuff. Actually, it looks a lot better. Looks a lot better. Can't quite tell on camera, though. Unless we, like, zoom in with a 10 times magnifier. So a little bit of his collar is showing enough that we can probably get the red on there. Alright. Okay, buddy. I'm gonna move your head just ever so slightly. Okay. Now die. Yeah, that's good enough. The other side of the collar, I'm not really sure what if I'm gonna hit that. Maybe a little bit. Whatever, it's like practically covered up. We'll just pretend that the lighting does not show up the red on his collar, because that's just how lighting works, right? Anyways, I'm gonna let my dog out real quick. What the dog be doing now? Will the dog be getting out of the room now? Anyways. Okie dokie. Who's next? You. Now that's a knife. Alright. I really do wonder if this is picking up nicely, because now that I turned off the... I think it's the intelligent auto, or auto intelligent. I can, hopefully the focus doesn't keep wigging out. Bum, 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 bum. I do surely like that Cult of the Lamb music. It is quite good. Red dried up again. Dries up so quick on the brush, it's crazy. Maybe I shouldn't diffuse it too much, or thin it down too much when I'm about to apply it. But I'm always afraid that it's going to be too much red, and thus get rid of some of the pre-made shading I've done without using shaders, which is great. Saves me time. Should I be lazy? Or should I actually go through with painting the rest of the wrist? It is visually available. Pour the brush. Okay. I'm gonna get the collar out of the way. Okay, that side's got more paint. Die. Shaky hands for the win. Yippee. Yippee! Yippers. It's almost like a stippling that I'm doing sometimes. Not necessarily. I don't even know what brushing technique I could even call what I'm doing to these guys. Just very delicately, like delicate flowers. Wow. Okay, paint. Trying to get that under bit under the cuff. All right, one Sturmjäger down. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more to go. This one's got a helmet. I think this is the medic helmet from the not upgrade sprue, but from the Deathcore Infantry Squad sprue thingy ma bopper. Go. All right. Almost finished with this one cuff, and then we can get to his collar too. Yippee! All right. Nearly done. There we go. Want to see a magic trick? There we go, magic trick. How it do that, though, I don't know. Magic. The magic of bubblegum. I got some red on the chest there. And in a spot, too, where it's kind of shaded, so time to diffuse some details. Ever so slightly. Keep bumping the camera with my... Oh no, I'm bumping everything! Viewer experience may vary. Alright. Think I got most of that red off of there. You can't really tell, luckily. You'd have to be, like, painfully looking for it. Which, unfortunately, one of my jobs is, like, IRL, is to look for things in a very painfully detailed way. So, it's not hard for me to find that. But luckily, his little gas mask nose covers it up. Oh, yeah. Got some of that Call of Duty Zombies music. Oh boy, a dandelion, last one this season. I don't know why, talking like that reminded me of that Ice Age meme where Sid eats a dandelion. Peak cinema, in my opinion. Ta-da! Maybe get in there just a wee bit more. Now then, might have to do that magic trick with this guy. Yeah, I basically use blue tack for, that way I don't have to keep the head swaps permanent. And if I ever want to, like, use some dudes with helmets, I always got that. Wow. That looked terrible. Can't really quite tell, but get it in closer. Ooh, blur. Well, I guess I'm not too worried about painting the gun red, because the guns aren't even fully painted yet. They will get painted, though. Surely they will. Good enough. Time to put that head back on. And there he is. He's got his head back. Yippee. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. I think there's more zombie songs after this one. So we're gonna do the easiest one, which is the Sergeant, because literally only one arm needs to get painted. If I did do the ones with the auto guns, I think I would have to do both. But I did some with bolt pistol chainsword, some with auto guns. Wow, I put too much red on that. I hope it dries well. It'll probably look fine. So detailed. See, can that be seen too well? There we go. I can barely see it, but at least it can be seen on camera. Maybe I can do this. Nah, I can't. That's way too. Just looking at OBS like, maybe I could do it this way. Nope, too complicated for my brain to register. More red. Nice. I need to paint that blue right there. There we go. Not paint it blue, but paint the gray-blue Hechtgrau, whatever, that was still available on his wrist. I was almost thinking of doing yellow for the officers and sergeants. Though when it came to the sergeants, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep red on them. But then do yellow. Maybe try yellow on the officers, such as the Castellans and stuff. And the command squad officers as well. Yes, the men. They yearn for the Carpathian. Let's do the Melta. Got that. After this, I only have like one more person I have to paint red on, at least in the process of the batch paint system that I have down. There's like 20 other guys I have to paint brown on, which we'll probably get to. What is it? Yeah, we can get to it. In fact, I do have some brown here that's all nice and dry and practically unusable. This is the map in which this song plays on in Call of Duty Zombies is my favorite, mainly because if you couldn't tell, I'm quite quite a fan of the First World War. Yes, quite a fan. That sounds really weird to say. It's kind of like in Small Soldiers. I think my favorite war is World War II. Ah, yes. A man of culture, of course. Quite a fan of that trench foot. Or if you were on the Eastern Front, quite a fan of, you know, freezing to death, quite literally. I mean, in hindsight, that Carpathian offensive was technically successful. Sure, 100,000 men died, but quite a success. Alright. Okay, okay, nearly done. Put that head back on. Their guns will eventually get painted. Eventually. I actually don't know. Should I paint their guns before I paint their faces? To be honest, like, while yes, their faces probably should be skin toned, I actually do like the weird stone color slash whatever I have going on there for now. Or in the case of this guy, he's practically blue, just like his uniform. Okie dokie. Is that a good enough angle? Yeah, I think that's good. Got some red on the gun, I think. Just barely noticeable. Again, need a 10 times magnification to actually give a crap. Almost done. Almond toast done. Let's see. Position the fingies properly. There we go. Neat. Okay. This is probably going to be the easiest color out of the bunch. You know, I sometimes wonder if... I have a hair on my brush. Gosh darn it. Sometimes wonder if it's possible, or even some people will go to the length of sticking a GoPro on themselves just to get that perfect angle of the model getting painted. That would be wicked cool, and probably wicked jarring for the person actually looking at that. Just imagine. They do like what they did in, I think, Hardcore Henry, where the camera is literally lined up with the jaw of the cameraman. Because in reality, if you put the camera anywhere between, like, the forehead or the eyes, you get this weird, like, upwards tilt, I think it is. It looks like you're more like the eyeballs are on your forehead looking down. And they found that, well, if they stick them in some weird jigsaw murder contraption jaw thingy with the camera attached to the front of it, then perfectly fine, it works. Okay, well, these dudes and dudettes are at least done with their phase of the batch painting. We have plenty more that need their stuff done. So I'm gonna grab those guys. Probably 10. Okay, I'm actually gonna stick with 5 because I remember painting the webbing, the brown webbing, because that's what we need to do with these fellers here. Not fun at all. Quite bothersome. But I do have some things that should help speed the process. Some makeup brushes. Time to make them slay! Alright, so, with the power of makeup brushes, we're going to paint the backpack and all of the wonderful webbing with one of my favorite versatile browns, black brown. I like it because it's just like a pretty good neutral, kind of leathery. Like, it's not true leather color, I guess. Like, you've probably seen like dark brown stuff before, right? Technically, black cats are just really dark brown. Same with black dogs. I should know this because I have one. I have the black dog. Alright. Duh. Actually, wait a minute. Get that thick paint out of here. Die. Come on. I think there's a blockage. That's what happens when you try to remove the seal with gloves on. Ooh, look at that. I don't think that's a blockage. Only one way to tell. Yeah, it was a blockage. A mild one. Okay. Release the hounds. Whee! There we go. Ah, Helldivers. Alright, time for the ultimate in paintbrush techniques. Why paint like a traditional artist when you can just be lazy and dry brush? Man, I love this painting technique. When you want to have the speed of contrast paints, but the opacity, is it opacity? Opaqueness. The opaqueness of traditional paintbrushes. Just get yourself some dry brushes. Now granted, we're not gonna be able to get the dry brush to every part, but we'll get like the boots and the gloves maybe? Yeah, the gloves would work. I mean, I do have a smaller brush. Shice. I got brown on his collar. Or not collar, cuff? Yeah. We were just talking about it like moments ago. That is where we come in with a wee bit of this. Just a wee bit. Not too much, not too little. Oh, dang. This is dried up a little bit too. Well then. Time to practice dry brushing with a pointed-ended brush. Yippers. Good enough. We don't want to be too overly detailed. The whole point of this is to be lazy. Lazy, I tells you. Kids these days are too's lazies. Does anyone... Well, anyone who's seen Toy Story 2 get the same feeling when they paint the boots of their models? When, that one scene when Woody's getting, restored, and the guy paints that boot, and it's just like, ah, so aesthetically pleasing. There I go, bumping the camera again. Sorry for that insane close-up. Okay, that boot's fine. There's like an angle that I can't quite get on the boot, and I wasn't sure if I got enough paint in that area that it's okay to leave it. Playing this music does make me want to play some Helldivers 2. I will tell you that. Yay, the lighting is not good enough for me to tell whether I painted this brown properly or not. Don't know if it pops up on camera all that well either, so... Oh. Yeah. We'll accept it as gospel then. Time for the tiny brush. Now the tiny brush I'm gonna use for the hind right there. Mainly because I was not too big a fan of using that other one so closely to the cuff. I do get a feeling I'm gonna have to use the detailed brush for most of the webbing in the gloves. Okay. His head's a little catawampus. Alright. Time for that webbing. Now, I think with the original ones, I didn't... Basically, those guys right there, you know, as I just... I didn't have these little dry brushers. These little dry brushers, I didn't have them before, so I'm using them now on these guys. Holy shice, that was too much. Has the dogs been fed? Almost. I don't know. Don't want to break him off his base. Oh no, his head! Oddly enough, the Hechtgrau, it blends pretty well with this brown to the point where if it is showing just ever so slightly, it actually gives like this bluing effect that you see. I mean, granted, blue is also really good for like an alternate black if you can get the right shade of it. As is brown. I honestly can't tell you how much easier this is than previously trying to paint brown on these guys. Not that brown is hard to paint, but like painting the webbing. Being able to just take a dry brush and go like, there, the webbing, tis done. It's nice. Just got the belt in the back. Entschuldigung. Alright, the Entschuldigungs are over. I just keep getting notifications from my phone. Silence device. Die. So, Gonna cause a sin or two by wetting a dry brush. Because I need to put Hexglow back on. Because I did mess up a wee bit. And put too much brown. Actually doesn't look too bad. I think, let's see. Focus you. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't really look bad. It actually looks like shading a little bit. But my brain is telling me that is nuh-uh. My brain tell me nuh-uh and need a fix. Nuh-uh, bro, fix. Just... Wow, that is very impressive. I was not expecting that to be that easy. These makeup brushes, though, you know, some people... These far better content creators than I. They are definitely not lying about that. Alright, good enough. Oh yeah, probably should put his head back on. Blink. Now, I guess the question is, should I put the red? You know what? Let's do it. Let's batch paint the red, too. Why don't we? Why don't we suffer together? To be perfectly honest, I actually really like painting. It's more, it's honestly, like, if I could just sit here all day and paint 100 models, I could. It has nothing to do with being necessarily burnt out, I guess. It's just, do I have the time to sit here and paint 100 models? And the answer to that, 100% of the time, is no. Tapping into my ancestry. Because my great-grandfather was quite the painter. Luckily, he was not a struggling painter and Austrian, so he didn't quite start World War II, fortunately. But he did do a lot of the paintings, though. In fact, we actually have a couple of his paintings. At least one that he didn't finish. Problem with having a guy where you can see all of the wrist means you gotta paint all of it. Practically dry brushing this red onto there. I don't know if I should leave it the way it is, because it does give it, like, this texture of... Nah, that looks like shit, never mind. You're like, it's an artistic, it's my art style. Nah, it looks like crap, you should fix it. I mean, to be perfectly fair, you could paint something totally horrible, and then just justify it as, it's my art style. And then, I guess become rich and famous? I don't know. It's art. Alright. Part of me is rethinking this idea of painting the red after doing the webbing, because I have 4 more guys, and to be perfectly honest, I was much having the funds doing that webbing, and being quite excited that I was able to get it done quick. Whilst now, I have to deal with the fact that red likes to dry really quick when on a brush. Alright, he's almost done, and he's like looking up at the camera. He's doing that William Dafoe meme face thing. This is where I need to like get an Angron model. I really want to start investing in other factions other than the Guard, but the Guard keeps coming out with things, and the Guard is unfortunately one of those fortunately, one of those armies that that is like 10-in-1. So like you can not only have your armies that follow the detachment models, but you could be like, oh yeah, well, I'm also gonna have a Steel Legion themed army, I'm gonna have a Deathcore Krieg themed army, I'm gonna have a Cadian themed army, and heck, why don't I just create my own regiment? My own custom regiment. What a good idea. Financial destitution later. But anyways, let's do a little. Yeah, look at that guy. Super duper. He got a grenade. What's he gonna do with that grenade? Is he gonna toss it? No, he's gonna run straight at the enemy with it, because that's cooler than tossing it. Hold on. Let me try this guy who has just webbing and no backpack. Let's see how effectively we can do this. Pro tip. When using a dry brush, go from the top. Well, actually, you can't see it in frame, whatever. Never mind. No pro tip for you. For y'alls. Who needs pro tips when you can just figure it out on your own? Okay, not enough brown on that. Bugs! I'm not going to give context to why I said that. Being a little too delicate with this guy. I need to rough him up. This is like the only part about painting these Cadians that is a pain in the ass. Remember old Cadians where it was just armor, a tunic, and maybe their skin? Yeah. I don't, because I never got any. But I'm starting to think they were a lot easier to paint because maybe the only little part of, like, webbing they had was the belt. These guys, on the other hand, are just like, I gotta carry all these. I gotta carry my water bottle, my knife, my pouches, maybe a grenade or two. Why am I using this brush on his boots? I guess I was just like, I want this guy done as quickly as possible. And then I forgot that I'm using the tiny brush. I forgot. As the Kinder say. How do you say that in actual German? I don't know. I might have to pop this guy's head off, too. Excellent. Super duper. Go ahead and paint the glove part of his hands. Because I ain't painting some skin tone hands. I ain't doing that. If I can avoid as much skin tones as possible, I'm gonna do it. Shit, I just remembered. Some of these guys have slings on their guns. Scheiße! That's gonna be fun. Alright. Have no clue how I'm gonna hit this at these angles. Just gonna do it. Just do it! Now, this is probably where you want a detailed brush. Hold on, I need to hold this so close to my face. Yeah, whatever. It's just a guardsman. Okie dokie. Boots! Boot time. I think I still have some coffee that's warming up now in the nice hot sun. Ah yes, the most natural way to warm up your coffee. Put it in the nice sunlight. Maybe I should put my coffee to the right-hand side. It's easier to grab and I won't shake the camera.
Oh right. If only used a bigger brush. Yeah, lads. Much bigger.
Oh, yes. Probably should have wet the brush, too, because now it's stiff. It's more of a stippling brush now than a... Oh my gosh, these dog hairs. Not even my dog's hairs. That's the messed up part. Yeah, I need to wet the brush. Wet the bristles. Ah, yes. Just assault my mic with the tip of the brush. Or the back tip. Just keep doing it. And I just bumped the camera. Oh my god. Wow, so professional. Okie dokie. This is still Helldivers, the music, by the way. And it reminds me of Mass Effect, which is why I think I literally have Mass Effect music that comes on after this. Such a goob game. Both Helldivers and the Mass Effect trilogy. Except for the ending of the third game. I tried the alternate ending, the DLC ending they give you, and I didn't realize how much of an FU that ending was. Like, you can tell the devs were just super pissed off that nobody liked the three choices, so they're just like, okay, well then we're just gonna give you the choice to say, we're gonna give you the choice to F off then, and then you're gonna like it. And then everything's gonna be in ruin because you just decided to F off. Quite literally. Ah yes, F off. Buy yours today. Pesky teens on your lawn? Buy F off! Now in 12 gauge. Here we go. Shice. Yes. Get away. Is just a wee bit of glove that needs paint. And I did not wet this brush, so it's now as sharp as a knife. Cut straight through butter with that. Alright. It be soft. Yes, quite the paint. Sorry, I choked. Quite the painting angle. Angle. Yes. You must be wondering, why not use one of those little thingies that they stick their models on and do painting? Because it's dumb. I don't understand it. Okay. Well, because he was more webbing than backpack, that took much longer than I wanted it to. So I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna do assembly line painting and just focus on one color. One color that encompasses a good portion of the body. In this case, the brown encompasses at least a... What is it? So the colors are 60... 20... 10? Or 60, 30, 10? 60, 30, 10. Yeah. So it encompasses like 30 of the model. Oh no. I almost broke him off his base. That would have been some, righteous retribution for the comments I made about using the little whatchamacallits. Not the candy bar, which I did eat 4 whatchamacallits within a 24-hour period, I know. Mom lets you have 4 whatchamacallits within a 24-hour period? Indeed. Indeed, as the Teal'c would say. Indeed. Come on. Just putting the Oreo dust on. Oh, you know what? That would be a good April Fool's joke. Add Oreos, like crumpled up Oreos to paint. Oh my god, that would be great. Okay, I'm gonna paint the boots because they're big. I've even thought of, like, as an April Fool's joke, painting a model with mustard. Just, like, ultimate rage bait painting compilation. Compilation. Would you like to rage bait the internet by painting your models with Oreos in a mustard? I don't know why I'm speaking the Finnish. Or maybe not even the Finnish, it's more like a... Wait, no, I did say Finnish. Yeah, speaking Finnish. Varustelik. Ah yes, and we get the Mass Effect songs now. Sweet. The elusive man. He quite be that elusive now, can't he? I need to play that game in German. Unfortunately, I cannot do English text and German dialogue. So I have to brush up my skills ever so slightly to get better. Alright. We need the witter brush now. For the witter ones. Now, question. Okay, answer. It needs to be wetted. Wetted the brush of Bristles briar. Speaking of Oreos, it almost looks like I based these with Oreos. And then sprayed over it with primer. I guess you could do that, too. I'm almost, like, thinking of doing that. Just be like, why use coffee when I can use Oreos? Yes. Instead of recycling coffee grounds, I'm gonna not even recycle Oreos. Just gonna crush them up. Is this Mass Effect music? Sounds more Halo. We will see within the moment's time. Okay, I think it's getting Mass Effect-y. Also accidentally paint this guy's cuff. But it looks more like a nice shade, so that's fine. We'll paint red over it when we get to that point. Oh god, too much brown. Damn. It makes me wonder if I should even, like, paint over it with the Hexclow I made. Or just leave it paint red. Because I don't know, it's just how colors work, I guess. Shepherd. I have such a backlog of games I need to play. And some of that backlog is games I want to replay. Yay, bumped the camera. My big chucklehead. Alright, I'm getting a little too anal retentive with some details, but I think for the most part, we got this guy. They's be done. I feel like the guns are going to be so much easier to paint. Because at least with the guns, it, like, dry brushing a big square block thingy, yeah, that's not going to be hard. This is not the right head for this body, but, I will make it. So, goodbye. You will go to a collection of other models' head. Now, behold, a new head for an old body. I need, my nipples. These ones. But first, before I do the thing, I need to paint the head. I wonder if this song's copyright. I don't think it is, but who knows? Now it is time for you to bear witness to the most ultimate painting technique. Maybe. I don't want to overpaint. Squints at camera to see what the hell's going on. Or camera. Squints at screen to see what the hell's going on. What are they doing? Ultimate painting technique? I can't see shit. Oh, does that match the colors? Ah! Blech. Goober enough. Maybe. I might need more paint. Maybe for the neck. Aha, behold! Lazy painters rejoice! Hey, I thought you said you liked painting, only when I can be lazy about it. Waha! Yippee! Look at that. Now I don't need to put a wash on the hat. I think. Let's see if I can get close. Ah, yes, blurry. Perfect. I don't think that's blurry. Huh. I honestly couldn't tell you. Like I said, I can only see if it's 2 feetsies in front of meesies. Alright, that's good enough. Good enough. Maybe the top needs to be painted a little more. Because, you know, the zenith of it all. Okay, good enough. Yay, I got so much paint on the tiny little makeup brush that now I'm gonna have to dip this guy in some airbrush cleaner afterwards. Yippee! Yippee! There we go. Gotta get the high-pitched tones in there. I do have some bayonets I could probably glue to their guns, make them look cooler. But do I want to do that? I'm also a lazy builder too. Lazy builder, lazy painter, lazy everything. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Why put in the effort when you can find the lazy way to do it? Ah yes, all these, I don't even know if you can see it, but there's dog hairs all over this model. I can't even tell which dogs they're coming from either.
The dogs of war.
Behold, the puppers of war. I just have to check something real quick. Okay. Pop your head off that we literally just painted. Mass Effect. A franchise that I feel like is underappreciated by its its publisher. Not necessarily its creator. EA isn't its creator, BioWare is, but I guess underappreciated by BioWare can also be a thing too. How dare you, BioWare? How dare you? They are gonna mess it up. I doubt that there's any of the original creators working on that Mass Effect game. We'll see. If our expectations are low enough, maybe we'll actually be surprised. And it will become the greatest game we have ever played. Yeah. I don't know why I'm using the little brush. Probably because I already have it in my hand and I'm just like, screw it.
The worst time.
It's a little brush with a big heart. whatever the fuck that means. Okay, I am not using the little brush for them boots, though. These boots are made for walking. And I probably can't finish the rest of that song, because who knows who owns the rights to that.
Ah, Halo.
Speaking of franchises that aren't appreciated by its publishers / creators. Man, you know, if the Marathon game that Bungie is making, if that was a single-player experience, like, basically Marathon Remade or, like, Marathon Explored, like, it would just be kind of poetic that Bungie would make the Halo killer. Bungie, all along, was going to make the Halo killer that Sony needed. Only that they're just gonna make it an extraction shooter, which, yeah, sure, okay. Just what we needed, another extraction shooter. I glopped some paint on them boots. That is unfortunate. Gonna try to make the best out of it, though. They are just boots, so luckily... Like I said, these boots are made for walking. But yeah, I wish Marathon was going to just be a single-player sci-fi shooter experience, because I miss those. We haven't had those in a very long time. In fact, one could say that thanks to Battle Royales, it seemed like we were never gonna get any. Ever again! Yippee! Schlock for days! Yes. There's like an angle of this guy's boot that I can never reach. Which is fine, I don't need to. I did accidentally paint on the pant, though. The pant. It must be fixed. Though, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put down some new blue, because I think the blue is too dry. Too dry. Maybe I can make up it. Yes. Gloppy. Gloopity glop. My favorite kind. Ha, fixed. Get fixed, mess. Get fixed, mess up. Actually, that sounds like I'm directing that towards someone that messes up a lot in life. Don't worry, we all do. Okay. If we didn't, we wouldn't become better peoples. Okay, I think this one's practically done. I have to give it the visual inspection. Maybe I'll paint the red on these 5 as well. I do! Probably need to use the restroom real quick, though. So, we'll just place some models around the area to look nice and neat and cool. Look at this guy doing things. Man, today is the day you're gonna cross the Carpathians and die. Why do I sound like I'm from the from the Midwest. Or would it be Midwest? No, it wouldn't be Midwest. Why do I sound like I'm from the Southwest? Well, boys, we're gonna find out today. Anyways, Entschuldigung. Ah, yes, I have returned, and I have brought dog. Unfortunately, I don't have well, I guess I could use my phone, but I don't want to. My bed isn't made. But anyways, yeah, I guess I could show you the dog, but the dog is... no. Anyways, this is a painting stream, not a dog stream. If you wanted a dog stream, you could have gone to the dog stream part of YouTube. Which, I guess that could be a thing. Imagine dragons. But more specifically, imagine that the Puppy Bowl is on YouTube. Or something. I don't know, like someone just films a dog park. Yes. My favorite genre of YouTube video. Dog park live streams. Honestly, that could be a thing. I feel like that is a market that is underutilized. Maybe that's what we should do. Why are we doing a painting stream when we could do a dog park live stream? It's where the true money is. I'm using the tiny brush again. Why? Good, cause it got a big hat. Tiny brush, big hat. You know what I just remembered? So, while yes, I am painting the brown, quite a popular segment within these models. It populates the model very much. I just realized that they do have, if I grab, which one? This one real quick. See that shoulder pad right there? I see that shoulder pad right there, but do you? Yes. That is a different color of gray than the Hechtgrau that I painted on their tunics, which means, yippee, more stuff to paint that I forgot about. So, I guess that we're gonna be stuck on these 4 dudes for just quite a bit longer. Too much paint. Too much paint, too little paint. I do wonder if I can actually, use an airbrush for some of these details. Part of me thinks not. Like, I'm using the most efficient tool at the moment for this. At least for the style.
For my art style.
Yes. My model isn't painted bad. It's an art style. Remember, kids. You can paint your models with egg salad. Call it an art style. Get away with it too. People might still try to argue against you, but you have the ultimate argument. You have the high ground. And they are Anakin. They can't try it. Or they shouldn't try it. The egg salad art style. I need to do this. Like, I keep talking about this idea about painting my models in mustard and egg salad and Oreos. I gotta do it. I mean, the real money actually lies in the dog park live streams, but money can also be in the mustard painting of models. I don't have any paint on this brush. I don't know why I'm still wiping. Wiping? Yeah, that's a perfect verb for that. Wiping. Wiping the brown. Finish it until it is but done. Okay, I think I just see some details that are bothering me real quick. I think I've mostly completed this, the webbing and everything, his pouches. Is it a he's? Oh, it's a she's. It be a she's, not a he's. But honestly, how can you really tell? They're wearing thick armor. Time for the booch. The booch. Gotta dab. First, I must dab. Then, I must clean my brush. Ba-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh my gosh, it's like I knew what the song was gonna be before the song be. How he do that though? It's really quiet right now because I'm really vibing right now. I'm really quiet right now because I'm really vibing right now. Yes, rhyming now with now makes you a professional rapper instantly. By far the best in the galaxy, at minimum. Gotta be very careful how I hold the model because they're like glued to the they're not glued to the base per se. They're more glued to the coffee grounds, which I am unfortunately brushing off, but it does make it look like a cool little blast crater. Oh wow. like I said, it's an art style. That should be a shirt. I'm not a crappy artist. It's my art style. My models aren't painted poorly. It's my art style. There we go. Makes a little more sense. Damn it, guy's got just a wee bit of brown that I need to get, and I'm using a really sharp brush. I hope this works. I'm too lazy to wet it. Yeah. Oh, it did. Kind of. Now this one's got them dog hairs.
Paint has been acquired. Paint has been employed.
I need more brown.
More.
How did it get all this red, though? How would do that, though? Shaky, shaky, shaky that camera. Why am I shaking it? Now I can't shake it. Haha! Wait, what was I shaking? I was shaking neutral gray this whole time. God damn it. Okie dokie, now that we have shooken the shake out of all the brown. Deploying brown. Okay. This model looks absolutely garbage. With the amount of brown that's on it, really. But that can be easily fixed. With post-production. Or just basically painting more brown on it. There we go. We're getting it done. It's like brushing your teeth.
Brush your teeth!
I'm not going to elaborate what that reference is from. You either were there that day when the sacred scrolls were written, or you weren't. That be that. To be perfectly honest, I actually think that trailer was made during the time Halo 3 came out. Ah, yes, my childhood. Yeah, good enough. I think we've got this people's person done. I think. Taking a look at everything, just making sure it's all completed. Alright. I can do one of two things. I can finish another 5 people's weapons, which, that took it like an hour. Wow. And here I was. All like, man, this is quick. Then again, the red did slow down a little bit. Or I can paint it red. And that would be 15 models completed. The analysis paralysis is making this making this go longer. The thing is, though, I do need to get some neutral gray on these guys. So it will be done. I started a process that must be finished. There we go. Ah, yes, dry brushing. Let me see something. Do I have even tinier brushes than the ones I'm using right now? This one's more like thin line. Some of them are kind of like good for like stippling. I don't know. Get this one kind of wet to clean it off. Still getting that brown tones. Yeah, see? Looks like soot. Disgusting. Anyways, let's get some gray on these guys. I might eventually one day change the color of this gray. I'm not too sure. The only reason I think so is because it doesn't stand out too much, but maybe it shouldn't, because this red stands out beautifully. To be perfectly honest, like, what I have for their shoulders looks kind of fine. At least his. I feel like if I do anything, I'm doing quite the opposite of what I'd like to do. But it's hard. I mean, honestly, I don't have to do it. Let me do a side-by-side as I let the paint that I just put on my brush dry up. Which is better? I honestly am so uncertain about it. See, I think what would be better is if I, Damn. I think this is better, only because it has, like, this detailed effect, but it does need to be redone with a type of paint, like a lighter gray. But it has to be, like, especially done with, like, I want to say a lighter gray. Or, I already said that. Wow, cool, beans. But basically done with, far less paint with the dry brush to create an even deeper effect, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Possibly. It's really hard to, because some of them already have, like, blue on it. Focus. And while the dark tones are great, it does feel like it needs to be grayed out. going for it. You know, and that's the thing, too. When I painted, these guys, I used a regular brushing technique for those shoulder pads. I didn't dry brush them on, so that's something I have to remind myself, too. Dry brushing can change the texture of how the paint gets on. Let's see. Does that look virtually unnoticeable? Great. Oh no, the head. Almost tossed the model just to save the head. Nah, there's not enough blue bubblegum for you, eh? Yeah, I need more blue bubblegum. Do I have a knife? I do. X-Acto knife. Keep this handy. Actually, I don't want it in frame. Go away, bubblegum. Haha. Haha. Ta-da. Ti-da. And then paint the other shoulder pad. You know, I wonder. I do have other grays I can try out. I have various shades of gray. Fuck! That's too much paint. Oh my god, I'm also getting it on my knife. There we go. Maybe I should try a different gray real quick. Okay. So, I have... It's so bright you can barely read it, but it's bright neutral gray, spelt with an E, even though I think these are made in America, but, you know. And I grabbed some dark green, dark camo green, because I want to try it out real quick. I feel like it'd be non-destructive. Oh yeah, I've already opened this. I feel like it would be non-destructive to just paint one shoulder pad with it to see if it matches the Feldklau of my Kriegers. Now, this I don't think I've opened yet, but I'll give it a good shake. A good shake indeed. Sealed. Sealed for your protection. Yes. Does that focus in? There you go. Sealed for your protection. For your protection, not mine. For your protection. Oh, scheisse. Heisers. Tom to use this little bit of wood. Pop that off. Sprinkle green everywhere. Actually, that does kind of look Feldgraui, but it's very dark green. Dark, smudgy algae. Look like algae. Give it a try. See, we're having fun here because we're not even trying to paint we're not even following our guidelines anymore. We're just like, oh, I wonder what this will look like. It'll look like shit. That's what it'll look like. Anyways. But always remember, it's an art style. So, this green, as one might call it, this dark camo green. Your shoulders have already been painted. Yours have not. I don't even think I have enough of this paint on there. It's too liquidy. I just realized this song, now this is really deep cut, has notes of running from the oh my god, we literally said the name of the game earlier. The song is called Running, and it is from the game Marathon. There we go. This is literally not coming out, like, at all. It's like I got rid of too much paint too quickly. God damn. Okay, now I can rub it out. Anyways. Interesting. Very interesting. So it is a very dark green. And it is drying up in a style of grayish green, like Feldgrau. Let me... Oh my god, I'm pushing the limit. Alright. Now, putting the Feldgrau next to that dark green, there is a massive difference. But, I wonder if I can replicate it by mixing grays. Would a bright neutral gray or a dark gray? Maybe a bright neutral gray, because it's already a dark green, right? We can using color theory to solve our issues. Come on, I need to dab a little more. There we go. Again, now we're just playing around.
Oh, I think it's working. Did I just create Feldgrau?
I think I just did. Holy shit. Now, before I go on and use that, I want another dab of green over here. You know what? I'll put it in frame. Let's put the paint mixtures in frame for eels. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is awkward as heck. Oh. Ah, yes, the wet palette. It be wet, though. Okay. A little dab of this paint here. It is quite dark. This is Feldgrau right there, that little splotch. This one is the green with the kind of whitish gray. Now we're gonna try regular neutral gray. And I'm glad I read that out, because I could have just grabbed the dark brown. That would have been weird. Okay, neutral gray. Make me proud. It's still very dark. I don't know if it did anything. I don't think it did anything. It does look like a field gray, though, but it's a dark one. Oh, it's lighting up. Hold on. I don't know if one can tell the difference, but it is kind of close. I am not gonna tip this too much because it's give this one a little dab. This one looks closer to what we're... This one guy's shoulder pad is just gonna have all of these layers of paint. I've done it! It looks like Feldgrau! Nearest damn it does! Well, I mean, you guys probably can't tell, but to my eyeballs, it does. I did it, guys. We are the Warhammer 40,000. Okay, good to know. So... if I want to create Feldgrau using Monument Hobby Paints, I have to A, have dark camo green, and B, neutral or bright neutral gray. And as a result, the Feldgrau has been created, and it looks absolutely, I wouldn't say terrible on that blue. It's actually kind of neat. You know what? I'm going all in with this one. Going all in. Going all in. Going all in. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Alright, Feldgrau shoulder pads. Looks weird, but it will look better when I finish painting the red in. So yes, this one model right here is going to have the red cuffs done now, today. Not tomorrow, not the next day, not the... Oh, shit. Not the day before, after, there henceforth. It will be done now. How dry is this paint? Holy hell, it dry. Well, time to dry brush, I suppose. This is still technically Halo, by the way. Or at least from Halo. Which Halo? Halo 2 Anniversary, of course. Why wouldn't you know that? Gosh, to think some people wouldn't know things. Oh man, dude. This field gray, although I'm not liking it on this model, I am just glad I was able to create it because it just looks so good. Like, I do like the field gray on this one. It's nice and bright, but it doesn't have that matte effect. It's kind of glowy and weird. Ah, yes, frames. There we go. Kind of glowy, which, I mean, kind of works. Like, it works. It's serviceable. But this one, which, you know, it's hard to tell because a lot of the colors are clashing. What? It's like this nice matte color. Wow, I screwed up heavily on that collar. Damn, that's a mess. Gotta fix that. But that's what happens when you try to use dried out paint. Only problem is, all of the paints are, like, dried out. Question is, do I pour more paint on top of the dried paint, and thus create flakes? Yes, that's what we do. Wow, it's like soft serve. Gotta admit, I am actually really hating that green on the blue. Like, I love the fact that I was able to recreate a nice matte Feldgrau with the Pro Acrylic colors, but goddamn. What happened to my stick? I had a stick I was using for mixing. You guys saw it on screen earlier. Where did it go? Oh, it's on the side. Do you think the paint is dried up enough? Doesn't look hecked growy enough to me. Looks too baby blue. It looks too Francois to me.
Looks too French.
Needs a wee bit more grey, I think. There we go. Don't want to spend the whole budget. Oh no. I literally spilled acrylic paint on my table. Good thing it's easy to clean off, dang. Yeah, I think I did an excellent job of mixing actual dried up paint with that paint. Like a pro. Like I said, it's an art style. Alright. I'm gonna actually fix the green, too. I've spent so much time on this single model. But mainly because I've been screwing around. When you screw around, have you truly wasted time if you enjoyed it? I don't think so. The Famil-Mill. Alright. Making sure I get enough paint off. Oh yeah, I did want to test out the light gray. Whoops! Guess I'm not. Yeah, that looks so much better with the non-green gray. I don't think you can really see it though from the camera angle. Alright, unfortunately we will forever see green under there, I think, but it is gone for now. Also you. Ugh, you're done. Okay. Now then, I think a couple of them need their shoulders finished, which we'll do. Maybe I'll call it for the day. I'm not sure. But you said you can paint 100 models forever as long as you got the time. Well, I lied. Alright, I'm just gonna have to remember that concoction of, bright neutral gray and dark camo green makes the perfect matte Feldgrau using my favorite paints. Because I have like a bajillion Kriegers I've got to get painted up. I already have a bajillion painted up, and unfortunately they're painted up in absolutely old style. I did dry brush them, but I used Army Painter paint. The Army Painter Feldgrau, which virtually doesn't exist anymore. They named it something else. But I did that, and it looks okay. Like, again, it's glossy looking compared to these guys. These guys are like my magnum opus. My magnum possum, if you will. I don't know why I didn't feel like I painted this guy's shoulder pads all too well. Probably because I didn't. Okay, good enough. It's got texture. And that's the only thing we can care about, is texture. Need to push this forward a wee bit. Now, luckily that paint can't quite, paint hasn't quite stained or attached to my table, which is good. I wonder if this song is copywritten. We're gonna find out today! Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought this was something else. I must have gotten rid of that Breaking Benjamin song from the playlist. Paintbrush is flaring up. Goddamn paintbrusher. There we go. 'Tis done. Oh. Forgot his collar. 'Tis not done. No, that looks terrible. I might need a more pointy, detailed brush because this brush I've been using to paint the red on is starting to reach its limits. It's like, Sarge, I don't know if I can keep going.
Don't worry, son. You got more fight in you.
Sarge, I don't know if I got more fight in me.
Just stay strong, son.
Alright. 2 more that need the red. And that gray. Time to give it to him. Give it to him, Marines. Ha-hoo. There we go. Nearly done with these shoulder pads. Wow, too much. Wipe off. Well, I guess I just painted those entirely. Good enough. Had to look at something for a second. Ba 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 bee ba boo. Gotta flip 'em around. Flip 'em around town. Okay. We're nearly there. It's easier to take the head off and then go from the top. Now we're here. God, this paintbrush. Might need to use something different. But something in my head just is resisting the urge to grab another... Oh shit, there's dog hair here. Resisting the urge to grab another brush. No, this one will do the job. It must. Here. It must do the job. It will do the job. Shit. It's not really doing the job. Come on, you son of a bitch! Good enough. When you have the head like that, it looks like they're tripping. Ah! Oh my god, no! Look at that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I gotta fix that, I guess. Literally the whole model is just not... That's terrible. Terrible, I say. Terrible. Keep getting text messages. I will be back. Okie dokie, smoky pokies. Well, this one luckily won't fall off their base, I hopes. I like how I'm typically clean when it comes to paintbrushings, but now I'm just like, nah, get it all in them fingers. Wait a minute, this one already looks like it was painted on the shoulders. Did I already paint you? I guess I did. I'm gonna leave it because, like I said, I'm lazy. Or, I guess, more importantly, I'm not lazy, it's an art style. Okie dokie. That means painting the red on with this paintbrush that has seen way too much red in its life. Man, the Halo music's still going on. The Halos. The Halo. I don't know why I keep saying the Halo. Probably because I just keep thinking about it as the music plays. Time to connect my fingies.
The sacred icon has been found.
There we go. We're almost there. The pain. The pain.
Oh, what a lovely pain.
Almost there. Just got one more angle on his cuff, and we got it. It is happening. We did it! Yippee! Now just got the collar. Should be mighty fine. Mighty easies. Oh hey! How fitting. These guys are Austro-Hungarian themed. And a little Battlefield 1 music.
Just like it was meant to be.
Aha! Look at that. The red, which is not entirely historically accurate, but it's Warhammer. It's not meant to have any whatever. I can't talk right now. But yes. I'm done. We've did it. We did the do. We shall do the lineup. The lineup. The holy lineup of gods. Charging forward into the fight. This guy just landed into that paintbrush. I'm glad the paint was dry. Behold. $15 dudes. Alright, well, I think the fact that we've been almost going for 3 hours is indicative to take a break, call it for the day, say goodbye, and all those wonderful things. But of course, thank you for tuning in, for those who have. Thank you for liking, for those who have. And if you've subscribbled, thank you for subscribbling, for those who have. We will continue this another time with more Godsmen. More! Eventually, I don't know when. But we will. Anyways, I am probably going to find a completely different song to play us out. Because although The war to end all wars is pretty dope. We must have something maybe less dramatic. Even though it's awesome. Interrupted. Anyways. Until next time. Auf Wiedersehen.